Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. It doesn't get much better than this. We're standing outside lovely Vergas. I'm with Justin Helmke. Thanks, Justin, for joining me today. We're going to talk a little bit about Ollie's Ride.
All right, thanks for having me.
Looney Days. We just got done with Looney Days and it was wonderful. I think that if you came into town, you found something to do, and we spent a lot of time planning for and organizing, getting ready for Looney Days, and we just really put a lot of focus on that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it takes a lot of people.
I think everybody knows that. But I think what I want to get across today is Looney Days, as great of an event as it is, we've also got things going on all year round besides Looney Days. And this event that we're going to be talking about today with Justin, who's the co-chairman with Jessica Sonnenberg, this is one of the things that makes Vergas what it is. Ollie's Ride. Tell me about it.
Well, the way this whole thing kind of snowballed is Ollie Barton had cancer and was kind of fighting the battle, and he was in the kind of the end stages of it, and he kind of mentioned that I'd really like to have a motorcycle run. So that kind of word spreads, and anyways,
that's been 3 years ago, is it?
Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
Third annual one. Okay.
Yeah. So we kind of planned one, and we had it the last weekend in August. Would be 3 years ago, and basically what happened there is I think we had 85 bikes.
Wow.
So there was like 150 people, give or take, something like that, that we put together a bike ride, raised some money kind of for their family to help with medical expenses and all that stuff.
Like I said, that's what Vergas is about.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever really planned for it to go beyond that. It was just kind of an Ollie's Ride, we'll just do it. And then after it was done, people started coming up and going, why don't we do this for, some other families in the community, to help them with expenses and stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, hospice came in when Ollie was, at the end, and they took care of it, and when we kind of went, that's a way to give it to the families that need it when they need it.
Okay.
And so what we did is we decided to give it all to hospice. So all the money now that we raise, it was $4,500 or something last year that we gave to them. So we just kept the ride going and decided to put the money towards hospice. That way, it goes, and we make sure it stays with families in this area.
Okay.
So
tell me a little bit about the run itself, or the ride. Right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm still on runs. Road runs. Okay.
Sure.
No, Ollie's Ride. Okay. So if somebody wants to get involved in it, what are the details?
Basically, what it is we've got a little core group that puts it together on Saturday, August 25th.
Okay. Got that. Saturday, August 25th.
Yeah. At 10 o'clock, we do registration. 10 o'clock till noon.
Okay. And so I think you register right by Billy's, right?
Yep. Everything's going to take place in front of Billy's. That's where we start. That's where we end.
Okay. So Billy's Corner Bar, right on Main Street. Can't miss it. It's in Vergas, August 25th.
Right.
Okay.
And registration's from 10 to noon. And kickstands up at noon. We take off at noon. The whistle goes off.
You guys are on the road.
We do the national anthem, and boom, we're off.
Okay.
And the fire department leads us out of town, and then we take off for a ride. It's usually 150 miles.
Have you made the route yet?
We've made the route.
We got the route. Are you going to disclose that?
We generally don't until the day of the ride.
That's fine. Yeah, that's good. Just know that'll be a good route and that many miles. And any regulations as far as what people need to know as far as bikes or?
Bring your bike. If you want a rider, it's $25 a bike.
Okay.
And then it's $15 for the rider.
Okay.
And you get t-shirts, that includes food, and there's door prizes and all that jazz all day long that we give away at different stops. There's usually 3 stops.
Okay.
So during the day we give away stuff, food, kind of all that stuff.
Sounds like a fun day.
It is.
Okay,
it's a good time.
It doesn't end when you get done with the run. What happens then?
No, basically we'll come back to Billy's, and then there's food.
Okay.
And then we usually have some speakers and stuff like that, like Chris Barton will talk.
Okay.
That would be Ollie's wife and Jess.
His daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last year, Chris actually gave Jess Ollie's motorcycle.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was like it's one of them things. It's kind of a touchy-feely thing there for a little bit, but it's kind of always something about
each other.
Yeah, it's something like that every year, that just kind of something special that's thrown in there at the end that generally nobody knows about until it's over. So
is there some music I hear too?
Yeah, and then later that evening, I think he starts a couple hours after we get back, after we eat and all that stuff. David Lee's going to play all night.
Perfect.
So.
All right, David's a good close friend of the family, and so that works out really good. In fact, I know that David Lee was talking about, he's got a new self-titled release out, and on
that came out Looney Days?
It came out on Looney Days, his CD, and on there is Oli's song.
Yep.
And so I have a feeling he'll maybe play that night.
You know, it just might happen.
Good chance of that, right,
Probably
Justin?
a pretty good chance. Yeah.
Okay. How do people get a hold of somebody to find out? I mean, you've given us a lot of details on it, but how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can call me. My cell's on the flyers or whatever, but it's 218-371-6432. You can give me a call. I can answer any questions. Otherwise, you can just show up at 10 o'clock, anywhere between 10 and, we'll say, 11:45 on Saturday.
Right, because you want to be ready to get going.
Yeah.
I think one of the questions that I have is, does it have to be a bike that looks this nice in that you'd ride?
No.
You know, you can bring just about anything, right?
Actually, it's a good thing you bring that up. I've had a couple people approach me about cars and stuff like that, and the first year we had Jolynn Preem and Tim following their car and a couple other people. So I mean, cars are welcome.
It's
anything
just,
like that.
$25 a person, the first person, and 15 after is basically.
Yeah, we're not picky. It's a fundraiser. It's to have fun, and whatever you want to take your convertible out or your whatever it may be.
Get in on some of the fun.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, as long as you can keep up.
I like how you say that. It's not picky. I mean, it is a fundraiser, and they're raising funds. And what better place is it than hospice? That helps so many different families.
Yeah, it goes to Hospice of the Red River Valley, and they've been really good and supportive, and we like to help them any way we can.
Was definitely benefited by hospice. So let's go over Oli. Let's go over his family a little bit. And so Oli grew up in the area, not grew up in the area, but they lived in this area for a number of years.
Oli and Chris. Yep.
And then Chris is a hometown Vergas girl, Chris Barton, and then they have their daughter Jessica.
Yep.
And both Chris and Jessica still live in the community.
Yep.
And so they're good supporters of the Vergas community too. So.
Yeah.
So that works out great too.
Yeah, and actually, Chris's family's been in town for
years.
Yeah, since I was, as long as I can remember.
Okay, so that works out good.
Yeah.
So just give me a little recap, Justin, and so everybody knows what's going on Saturday.
Well, Saturday morning,
August 25th.
August 25th, 10 o'clock. We start registration at Billy's Corner Bar. They open early for us, and we usually can have Bloody Marys and occasionally they have breakfast or whatever at that time. But yeah, from 10 to noon. Kickstands up at noon, we take off, the fire department leads us out of town, we have road guards set up everywhere, and basically we'll just take off, and generally we have 100 bikes, somewhere in there between 100 and 200 people, so it's not a huge ride and it's not a small ride either, so and it's rain or shine.
It is rain or shine. I was just going to ask you that, and so I know that we're going to be hoping for good weather, but it's rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
All right. Well, thanks for organizing this with Jess and doing this for the Barton family, and then extending it to all the families in the area.
Yeah, and I would like to mention just a couple things. We had this is actually a ride shirt that you will get the day of the ride. We had these and all the food and everything donated.
Perfect.
By Zitzo Electric, Little Evil Incorporated, which is a bike shop out of Perham, JH Signs, Sonnenberg Plumbing, and Excavating, and Vergas State Bank, and just kind of a whole bunch of different people that came together and donated, so all the shirts are paid for, everything's paid for, so we should be able to get a pretty good
profit
hunk of change to
hospice.
So we're really excited about it.
That's what Vergas is about. You have a good day in Vergas.